Good morning. Today we're going to talk about soft slab construction. So, just like building with hard slab, you do start out with a nice slab of clay. The difference between hard slab and soft slab is where with the hard slab construction, we treated it and controlled dried it, we're just going to start building. So if I'm building some sort of a vessel or a container, you're probably going to need to use some sort of a form. So I've got, real quick, I'm going to cut the base of a cookie jar. All right, so I'm going to cut the base of my cookie jar. And then I'm going to go ahead and even out these walls. Now, with soft slab construction, you're always going to end up using some sort of a form to help hold it in place while you're maneuvering things. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this jug. I don't want to wrap it super snug so that it gets stuck. So to help me keep the shape, I'm going to wrap it with a roll of paper towel to help act as a divider, or newspaper. And then I'm going to measure how big my clay needs to be. Okay, so now I have the rough form of the walls that I'm going to use. I'm going to score and slip and add all of my pieces together. Make sure you are scoring every place you've got clay being joined together. An ample supply of slip around. All right, now I'm going to replace my bucket and my divider. Now, when you're building a vessel, especially if it's a larger vessel and you're using soft slab, it is sometimes helpful to have an extra pair of hands to help hold things while you get things smoothed out. And remember, you still want to be able to remove that form inside. So you don't want it so snug that you can't move your support. I'm actually going to remove mine now that I've got the walls mostly set up. That way I can reach inside and smooth my seam. Then once you feel you've got your seams pretty well joined together, then it's time to go with sponge and smooth and clean around the outside. This would be a good point that you could put your form back inside to help support. So as always, this is just a very basic introduction of what you can do with the project. So from here, it'd be up to you to turn this into whatever it is you're wanting your project to be and to make it look interesting. You can add details, you can etch designs, you can add cutouts. All of those design choices are up to you. Make sure that you fully remove your form as soon as your walls seem stable enough to hold themselves. The other fun thing that you can do with soft slabs is you can really use them to make anything you want. They're really fun to do abstract sculptures with. I can give myself a generic base. And then I can use my supply of slab to just cut strips and ribbons and do all sorts of things. with the slab itself. So maybe I'll cut it into a bunch of strips. Maybe I will roll them up. And join them together. Remember, you want to use lots of supports, so newspaper works really well. You can shove it inside your circle to help hold its shape. And then we can start to build with the circles. Tips for abstract building when using slab construction. I'm going through pretty quickly so that you can see just some of the possibilities. Keep in mind, you would want to score and slip all of your pieces together. And you would want to make sure that your piece is thoroughly smoothed and clean before you add the newspaper support. So again, all of these pieces I would score and slip together. Maybe I want to treat this kind of like a ribbon. I can add a twist in here. Which again, I would score and slip all of the pieces together before I shove this newspaper in. The beauty of the newspaper is that it'll flex and adjust as the clay dries. So before it goes in the kiln, we can gently take the paper towel, the newspaper out. If we're not able to take it out, we can just fire it and the newspaper will burn up inside the kiln. This is just a small sampling of things that are possible with soft slabs. Have a wonderful time exploring and come up with awesome creative things.